in the heart of Tanganyika, where the hills of Uhehe rise, Chief Mkwawa stood like a mountain, lion's courage in his eyes.
Mkwawa, the conqueror of many lands.
Against the tide, he fought with vigor for the freedom of his land. Not a soul could break his spirit. With his warriors took a stand.
In the heart of Tanganyika, nestled among the rolling hills of Hehe, a legend was born. His name, Mkwawa Muyigumba Mwamuyinga.
Oh, the Lion of Uhehe roared with thunder in the night, fought for freedom against the shadows in his heart.
To the Hehe people, he was more than a man. He was a lion, a conqueror of lands, and a defender of freedom. This is his story.
Way up high in Tanganyika hills lived a legend with a heart that chills. Mkwawa with a roar so grand, he led his people.
As a boy, Mkwawa grew up herding cattle and listening to the stories of the ancestors. His father, Chief Muyigumba, taught him the ways of leadership. He taught him to be just, wise, and courageous. It was during those early years that Mkwawa's spirit began to burn with the fire of a warrior.
Legend spoke of his mighty hand, a spirit in every command. Battles fought and victories won, Mkwawa, the chosen one. Raise your hands for the warrior king, feel the power that his name will bring.
One day, while tending cattle with his friends, a lion appeared from the bushes. The others had fled in fear, but young Mkwawa stood his ground. With only a spear in hand, he faced the beast. The Wahehe would remember that day, the day Simba Mdogo was born, the little lion.
He's as sharp as an eagle's eye. Mkwawa's spirit will never die. Lead us through the darkest night. Shine a beacon with your fearless fight.
With the passing of his father, the mantle of leadership fell upon Mkwawa. The elders crowned him chief under the great baobab tree, and he vowed to protect the Wahehe from all who threatened their land. He said, the Wahehe bow to no one. We will fight for our land, our people, and our freedom.
Whispers of a leader beyond compare. In the land where legends are spun, Mkwawa stands tall.
When the German colonial forces marched into Tanganyika, they came with rifles and arrogance, but they underestimated the Lion of Uhehe. Mkwawa was no ordinary leader. He was a master of the land, a strategist who turned the hills and forests into his allies.
Raise your hands for the warrior king. Feel the power that his name will bring. Mkwawa, story lives on in the heart.
At Lugalo, the Wahehe lay in wait. The German soldiers, confident in their numbers and weapons, marched straight into Mkwawa's trap. The battle was fierce, the cries of warriors echoing through the hills. By the day's end, the German army lay defeated. Mkwawa had shown the world that Wahehe would not be conquered.
With a gaze gaze as sharp as an eagle's eye. Whispers of a leader beyond compare. In the land where legends are spun, Mkwawa stands tall.
After Lugalo, the Germans returned with vengeance. They besieged Kalenga, Mkwawa's stronghold. For years, the Wahehe held their ground, even when outnumbered and outgunned. Mkwawa inspired his warriors, saying, "They may have rifles, but we have our land, our spirit, and our unity."
Way up high in Tanganyika hills lived a legend with a heart that chills. Mkwawa with a roar so grand, he led his people like no other man.
In the end, betrayal and overwhelming forces pushed Mkwawa into retreat. But even as a fugitive, he remained unbroken. He knew the Germans wanted him alive, but Mkwawa would deny them that satisfaction. On a hill overlooking his beloved Uhehe, he took his life. He whispered his final words for Uhehe, for freedom. And so, the lion chose to end his life other than to be taken captive.
When the storm of battle darkened and the end was drawing near, Chief Mkwawa chose his own path, brave enough to face his fear.
Mkwawa's life ended that day, but his spirit lives on. To this day, the Wahehe speak of his courage, his wisdom, and his unyielding fight for freedom. The Lion of Uhehe may have fallen, but his roar still echoes in the hearts of his people. His name, Mkwawa, will never be forgotten. The Germans, desperate to assert their dominance, took Mkwawa's skull as a trophy of war, a symbol of their supposed victory. But for the Wahehe, Mkwawa's death was not the end, it was the beginning of a legend.
A Hehe spirit in every command, battles fought and victories won. Mkwawa, the chosen one. Raise your...
The return of the skull. In the aftermath of World War II, the British, now administrators of Tanganyika, promised to return Mkwawa's skull. Decades passed, but the Wahehe never stopped demanding the return of their leader's remains. In 1954, more than half a century after his death, Mkwawa's skull was returned to his homeland. It was a moment of closure and a testament to the enduring spirit of the Wahehe people. Today, Chief Mkwawa is remembered not as a man who was defeated, but as a hero who defied oppression. His story is a reminder that the fight for freedom is never in vain. The Lion of Uhehe may have fallen, but his roar still echoes across the hills of Tanganyika.
Feel the power that his name will bring. Mkwawa, story lives on in the heart of Uhehe. He belongs. He belongs. With a gaze as sharp as an eagle's eye,